Is England in Africa?
It is.
What? Name 5 countries in Africa.
I don't know.
You don't know one country in Africa.
Stop it.
Do you feel connected to Africa?
No, I don't.
How many countries do you think there are in Africa?
I think we're around by like 5, 6.
No! God, please, no! No!
Recent surveys show that about 5% of Americans have ever left the US and about 37% of Americans hold international passport. For African Americans, the figure is staggering. I decided to head to the birthplace of America to find out what Americans think and know about Africa. You will be shocked in this video when you find out what Americans think and know about Africa. Do you consider yourself someone of African descent?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. And can you name 5 countries in Africa?
No, I cannot. I'm gonna keep it a buck now.
Can you name 2 countries in Africa?
Zimbabwe, let me see. I can steal that one, I ain't gonna lie.
Is England in Africa? Where's England?
It is.
England is in Africa?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know the maps for the.
Okay. Have you ever met anyone from Nigeria before?
Yeah.
And what was the impression of them?
Yeah, he was talking American.
He was talking
I
American.
feel like they were from there, but they didn't grow up there.
Do you consider yourself someone of African descent?
Of course.
Why do you consider yourself someone of African descent? Yes, sir.
Because I know where I come. My ancestors come from.
Can you name 5 countries in Africa?
You know I can't name 5 countries in Africa.
Why not?
Didn't research.
You didn't research.
Like a million other black people didn't research.
Have you heard of Nigeria before?
Heard of Nigeria.
Which continent is in Nigeria?
Sure.
Not sure. You think it's close to Germany?
I don't think it's close to Japan.
Okay.
I wouldn't think that.
Okay. Have you heard of Ghana before?
I think I heard of Ghana before too. Yeah.
Okay.
Just remember that most of us have never even left this country. So we never left the United States, let alone even our people even care about Africa. Like, they just here. People just, you know what I mean? They don't care.
And that's why we're trying to do this, because our stories have not been told by us. And that can't continue, because as Brother Malcolm X said, in order for you to know where you're going to in life, you need to know where you're coming from. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And do you see yourself as an African or European?
African.
Why African?
I don't really know. I'm not really a historian. I don't really get into that, but I mean, that's my ancestors.
Do you know Malcolm X? Have you read about Malcolm X?
No, not really.
Have you heard of Martin Luther King?
Yeah, I know about them, but I don't really pay attention to the history of it.
Do you think it's a good thing for someone not to know their history?
I mean, it is, but I mean, it's a lot that I need to learn. But it's like I've been trying. It's not like
Name 5 countries in Africa.
I don't know.
You don't know one country in Africa.
No,
Do you think Africa is a country or a continent?
Africa is a continent.
It's a continent.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you feel any connection? Do you have anything in common with Africans?
Personally, no, that I know of, but I know that my aunt's fiance is, my aunt's husband is African.
Where in Africa?
I don't know. I don't know too much of it.
And you've never asked him?
No.
Okay. So have you ever met anyone from Africa before, besides your aunt's husband?
No.
Have you ever traveled outside America before?
No, I haven't actually been on a plane before.
You haven't been on a plane before?
No.
How old are you?
22.
22. Oh, are you married?
No.
Okay. Do you know anything about Nigeria?
No.
Oh, do you know a lot about Africa?
Not really.
Okay. Name 5 countries in Africa.
I could. I don't know much at all, to be honest with you.
You don't know much at all.
No, I go to music school in Boston,
Okay.
and part of our core curriculum is we learn about African music history.
Okay.
So that's my knowledge of it.
Okay.
But I couldn't tell you
So you cannot. Okay. So you cannot mention 5 countries in Africa.
I don't think so. No.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Okay. Have you ever heard of Nigeria before?
Yes.
Where is Nigeria?
Is that in Africa?
Yes.
Okay.
In Africa. And have you ever met anyone from Nigeria?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
So I'm the first guy from Nigeria you met?
Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you. Well, when you hear Africa, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Be honest, man.
I feel like I just think of like, I know what the continent looks like. It's kind of just think like where it is in the world and stuff like that. It's kind of just what I think of. But I don't know much about it.
You don't know much about it?
Not really, no.
Do you feel connected to Africa?
No, I don't.
Why? Do you feel connected to, do you see yourself as European American or African American?
I would say African American.
Okay, where does the African come from? So if you don't feel connected, why
I would
African?
say my ancestors, my grandparents, things of that nature. So more ancestral than anything.
How many countries are there in Africa? Name 5.
Is it Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Marrakesh in Africa?
Morocco.
Morocco, okay.
Right.
Marrakesh is a part of Morocco.
That is correct.
Can't get it. I really can't.
Have you heard of Nigeria before?
Oh yeah, Nigeria is definitely
Ghana?
Ghana,
Ethiopia?
Ethiopia. Yeah. Oh, now you get me wrong.
Okay.
All those areas.
Wh-
And it, like I said, people think Africa is poor, but it's not. It's a rich country. But they show a lot of poor parts and make us look bad, you know. But I know that there's a lot of places. And like I said, that's one on my list that I would love to go to.
Do you know the richest black man on earth?
No, that I don't.
It's a Nigerian called Aliko Dangote.
Wow. And see, nobody would teach us that. Nobody would let us know that.
He's worth more than $27 billion.
Okay, I'll be right there. Go ahead. Okay.
There's a reason they don't want you to know that.
Of course. Ignorance is a way for them to take over with a lot of things. Just like now, that if they could, a lot of people in Africa would love to get, you know, the white people out of the Africans. Because just like me, I'm an African American, which doesn't make sense. But then you got white people who are born in Africa. They're not white Africans or anything else. They go by Africans. So how can they take on a title of something that's not really their origin, where they originally came from? And it's not fair to us, you know? And then you got white people here that tell us, go back to our country. We didn't ask to be here, we were put here. And then even though we're here, it's still a hard battle for us. And then they holler about, us wanting reparations for a lot of things that they took and stole that they don't want to admit that they stole, but they were thieves first before we were. And they don't want to admit to that. So they say we're ignorant and we're savage, but they get savage in ways to take over the world. And we're living under their scenario.
Do you consider yourself someone of African descent?
I believe so.
You believe so?
Yes.
Why do you believe so?
The people from Africa are the closest thing to what we look like. I think we're a culture to believe that we are Europeans. We all get Europeans' name. What is your name?
Frank.
Frank. That could be a European name.
That,
as well.
you're right.
So we are not. We were cultured with our African names or with our African descent. The English, as you said, the British, Christopher Columbus, it was sent here. He discovered something that was already here.
Thank you.
How can you discover something that is already there?
That's why we're trying to tell the story, because Bob Marley said, we might emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
Yeah.
Right? So we can do it. Good man. So have you ever met anyone from Africa before?
I'm certain. I think I have African teachers before.
Where, in Jamaica?
I'm in Jamaica.
What do you know about Africa?
I'm gonna be honest. I really don't know too much about Africa.
Do you know where your ancestors came from?
Yeah, from there.
From Africa?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they came from Africa for sure.
So which African country do you know about?
Just Africa. I'm being so real with you. So I don't know too much about Africa.
How many countries do you think there are in Africa?
I think we're around by like 5, 6.
5, 6.
Yeah.
5, 6. You've got close to over 50 countries in Africa.
50?
You ever heard of Nigeria before?
Yeah, I heard of Nigeria.
What do you know about Nigeria?
Now, I'm gonna be real. The only reason I know anything about Nigeria because since I've been out here. See, in Memphis, we only have like African Americans. We don't got like Nigerian or Jamaicans like that. Like you barely run to those. But since I've been out here, I run into those a lot.
So do you consider yourself an African descent?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you know that the first slaves that arrived in this shore in 1617 came from what is now known as Nigeria and Ghana?
No, I didn't know that, sir.
So you could be my long distance relative.
Yeah, cousin, brother or something.
Yeah, you could be.
Never know. Yeah, I believe that anyway. I believe all of us is related to each other.
You
In the
believe?
whole world, even whites too. I believe all of us is related.
So you haven't met anyone from Nigeria? You haven't met anyone from Nigeria?
I haven't, like, the only people I met, like, probably a young lady or something up here, but not really. I ain't met too much.
You heard of Nigeria?
Nigeria, I heard of Nigeria.
You haven't heard of Nigeria before?
Yeah, I heard of Nigeria before.
Eh,
But I don't know five countries in Africa. That's
So you've only known Nigeria?
yeah.
Okay. Have you met anyone from Nigeria before?
Yeah, couple times.
Oh, okay. Which other African country have you met anyone from before?
I'm not even sure, honestly.
Do you consider yourself someone of African descent?
I guess so. Because you can say that, yeah.
That means you're not sure.
I'm not sure.
Do you consider yourself someone of European descent?
No.
Do you think you and people in Africa have anything in common?
Yeah, of course.
What do you have in common?
A little bit of everything.
And what?
Melanin, and history, I guess.
History.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself someone of African descent, and why do you consider yourself someone of African descent?
I'm for the human descent. The human race descent.
You consider yourself human race descent. Okay, so you do.
But black we all the same. No matter where we dropped off at, all the different locations, like we all the same. We all look alike, bro. We might talk a little different.
Have you ever met anyone from Africa before?
We met people from all over the world.
Okay. Do you name 5 countries in Africa?
Kenya, Egypt, Libya,
Have you ever heard of Nigeria before?
Nigeria.
You can't name 2 countries in Africa? Have you heard of Nigeria before?
Nigeria, yeah.
Ghana?
Ghana, is the Congo? Is it something?
Congo.
Congo. Over there?
Yes, Congo.
Yeah, Congo.
Have you met anyone from Nigeria before?
I had.
What was your experience? It was cool.
Person, very friendly.
Do you see yourself as someone of African descent?
I say European American, based off of my life experiences and how I grew up and where I grew up. If I grew up somewhere else and came here, then I would feel like I'm more connected to that. But because I don't share those experiences that they have, I don't believe. I think I would be falsely saying that I'm from there or I have connections there.
I'm not saying you are from there. I said
Not connected there. Yeah, I don't feel like that's fair to say. It's not fair to them. People that are from there and have lived there, it's not fair for me to say that I'm from that.
So
I'm connected to that.
Okay. So when you say
my knowledge of what they go through, if that's what I'm gonna say connects me, then I don't know. I guess I understand that, but I wouldn't correlate that to myself because I wouldn't correlate my knowledge of other countries and say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it's just the knowledge that of what they have and what they go through, if that's what's going and that I might look like them, yeah, you could. I know that some people may lean on that, but I think what really would give me a connection to them is if I shared some of their experiences living over there.
So when you say you are someone of European descent, that means you see yourself as a white person.
No, not necessarily.
Because Europe historically is for white people.
I hear that, but what I'm trying to say is more than
not the culture. I'm not saying
I hear what you're saying, but I think it's more than the color of your skin and what you look at. I think it's more so of the experiences that people from there have. You know what I'm saying? So what I hear you say when you say European and white, I don't necessarily disassociate that with that. I associate that with the location of European people, which is in America.
It's a country. I'd like to go there.
Country?
Yeah.
Country?
Africa, you said?
You think Africa is a country?
It's a continent.
A continent, not a country?
Yeah, continent. Yeah.
How many countries do you think Africa has?
I don't know, maybe about 15.
Name 5 African countries. Yeah.
I haven't been in school for a long time.
You know, have you heard of Nigeria before? Nigeria.
I've heard of it, yeah.
What do you know about Nigeria? Tell me what you know about Africa.
It's massive. It's gigantic. It's really hot. Nice. A lot of wild animals. Beautiful nature. Massive.
Is that all you know about Africa?
Pretty much, for the most part.
Okay. How many countries do you think we have in Africa?
If I said 70, would that be too low?
No. Well, that's too much.
Too many?
Yes.
How about 50?
Yeah, 50 something.
Okay.
Name 5.
Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, Ethiopia, Kenya, South Africa.
Well done.
Yeah.
And which one is the most popular nation in Africa? The most populous nation.
The most populous nation?
Yes.
Congo?
Congo.
Maybe?
Nigeria.
Nigeria? Damn.
Yes. Is when you leave Africa. That is when you realize how ignorant, how little Americans know about the rest of the world. You see a lot of Americans in their 40s, 50s. They cannot name one country in Africa. Somebody once told me in Detroit that he thought that England was in Africa. That's how ignorant the ordinary American is. Don't blame them. 5 countries in Africa. Yes. Yes.
I lived in Kenya. I
Wow.
was in Uganda.
So you speak Swahili?
Yeah, I did while I was there. I'm not very good now.
So Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania.
Tanzania,
Which other country?
South Africa.
Nigeria?
Nigeria's a good one. Yeah.
Have you been to Nigeria?
I was not.
What was your experience of living in Africa?
I lived in an IDP camp,
Okay, so you are humanitarian. Was that for the United Nations?
not with the United. I did it on my own.
On your own? Okay. What made you decide to do that?
My son passed away. He played soccer. He taught soccer. And I went there to help kids.
Senegal, Chad, Niger, Egypt,
What? Yeah, one more.
South Africa.
What do you know about Africa?
Oh, I know that in South Africa there was apartheid. Just listed in videos. I know that Africa is rich in natural resources, but capitalist overlords have exploited it to the point where the country is undeveloped still there, which is a shame.
Have you met anyone from Africa before?
My neighbors are from South Africa, but other than that, not really.
Do you consider yourself someone of African descent?
Yeah.
Why?
Because everybody is from Africa.
Even the Europeans are from Africa?
Yeah, so they all from Africa. The human race started in Africa, in my eyes.
So if a white American is here, a black American is here, do you think that you feel more connected to Africa than them?
Yes,
Why?
because I embrace it more.
Have-
They try to run away from the fact they from Africa while I'm embracing it, so I have a better connection.
Good. Name 5 African countries.
Morocco, Egypt, Nigeria, Sudan, and Ethiopia.
You ever met anyone from those countries you've just mentioned?
Yes,
Which countries?
most of the ones almost all of them.
In Philadelphia?
I work with a Moroccan lady. She already told me that I could go to her house and live in Morocco at Howard University. That's where I met the Ethiopians, a dark-skinned woman. She was so pretty to me from Sudan, and she told me that's where she got her color from. Yeah, so them 3, I know at least 3 of them, Moroccan, Ethiopian, and Sudan.
Do you know that at the end of slave trade, 36% of African Americans trace their roots to Nigeria and Ghana?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Did you go to Howard University?
Yeah, Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe.
Yeah. So you named 3 countries out of the 54 countries in Africa. That's good. I've met a lot of Americans who can't even name one. Have you met anyone from Nigeria or Ghana?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay.
My neighbor back in Georgia.
Okay. At the end of slave trade, 36% of Americans, black, trace their roots to Nigeria and Ghana. Do you think that you have anything in common with people in the motherland?
To an extent, yes. Because one of the workers at my local Walmart, he asked me, he was like, "Are you from Ghana?" I was like, "No, not that I know of." So I guess it's just the facial features that we all have.
Okay. So have you met people from Nigeria and Ghana before?
Just one.
Just one.
My neighbor. Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me, can you name 5 countries in Africa? 5.
Zimbabwe.
Ghana?
Ghana. Yes. Sorry.
Have you met anyone from Africa before? Do you consider yourself someone of African descent?
Yes.
Why do you? Because of...
I love my people. I love my people. And they're so good to me. And we're strong.
Do you have you ever met any African in
Yes.
From which country?
From Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Yes.
What was your experience like?
They were very nice. They were very greeting. They were nice.
Do you know a lot about Nigeria?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
I don't think I can name 5 countries in Africa. What is it? Nigeria?
Yeah.
Egypt?
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
Have you ever met anyone from Nigeria before?
Yeah, I have.
What's your experience of them?
As far as what?
Nice people, shady people. What's your experience?
I want to say I'm as shady. I would say they're. I think they're like more so like anybody that I've met from different other places of the world.
Right.
They don't play games, straight to the point. A lot of what do I like about them? They're a family.
Family oriented.
They're family oriented. That's what exactly took the words out of my mouth.
Because I charted my great parents' experience from somewhere being from West Africa and being slaves that were transported over here, and they ended up in Louisiana, Georgia, and on the other side of my family now.
Can you name 5 countries in Africa?
Of course, Nigeria, Botswana, South Africa, Zambia, and Sierra Leone.
What do you know about Nigeria and Ghana?
Nigeria and Ghana basically are African nations that are very rich in natural resources, particularly, I believe, oil. And basically, Nigerians, you understand, have always been entrepreneurs.
They have always been what?
Entrepreneurs.
Okay, that's interesting. So, when we say that a lot of African Americans cannot name 5 countries in Africa, why do you think that is the case?
Oh, because colonialism, because the Europeans' original and the Spanish's original plan to wipe out our culture, so basically they could assimilate us, you understand?
I got you, bro.
As a people into, this American society, so it would be easier for them to maintain control. You understand?
Yeah.
It would be easier for them to kind of grasp a new culture on our minds because we don't come from anywhere else.
Do you think you have something in common with people in Africa?
Absolutely.
Why do you consider yourself someone of African descent? Is it because you're black?
Yes, because I know our people did not originate from this country.
Do you think any emotional connection to Africa?
Maybe not emotional, cultural maybe. I do feel like all of our people are from Africa. The only way I would feel an emotional connection is if maybe I went there and experienced it and I saw more people like myself, then maybe I would have an emotional connection. But I'm kind of a logical person, so.
Okay. Can you name 5 African countries?
Nigeria. Okay. Egypt.
Yeah, 2.
Okay. Ghana.
3.
I don't want to say that. Is it Guyana?
Guyana is in South America.
Okay. Okay. Zimbabwe.
That's 4.
Okay. Nelson Mandela, right?
Right, South Africa.
Where is it? South Africa.
South Africa. Okay. So, at the end of slave trade, 36% of blacks were taken from Nigeria and Ghana.
Okay.
What do you know about those 2 countries?
Not a lot.
If there is a policy where people of African descent like yourself can move back to Africa and you get pathway to citizenship, would you consider moving back?
I would consider it. Yes.
Why?
Just to be, I guess, Well, things are not looking too great right now anyway.
I got you.
First and foremost. But I've always wanted to live in different countries myself. I'm a student of tourism and hospitality.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to travel to different nations, especially Africa, because I feel as though my people come from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are an African American born and raised in the US. What do you know about Africa?
I was always interested in Africa and Africans. When I was younger, I would have loved for there to have been something like WhatsApp where I could have reached out and met some, but there was nothing like that until recent years. But I visited 4 African countries, first Morocco and then Egypt and finally Kenya and Tanzania. And so I've seen a little bit of Africa. I know about the fact that Europeans colonized practically every place in the world. Ethiopia is the exception in Africa. They don't claim Liberia as a colony, but it was an American colony. And they imposed a system over Africa that still holds to this day, where they get African resources for nothing practically and leave Africans to languish in poverty.
Do you see yourself as somebody of African descent?
Yeah, I'm not, I have a hard time thinking of myself as American. I really have never felt at home here. I've never felt like an American because there's just this anti-blackness has always been here and it will always be here. There was no desire for free black people to be here. When slavery was ending, or even during slavery, when a black man became free, there was a desire to ship him out of the country. And so when Haiti became free, some black Americans went to Haiti. When the United States seized Liberia, it was with the purpose of resettling all black people there. They had no intention of ever compensating us a cent for the hundreds of years of slavery.
Why do you consider yourself an African descent?
It's you originate from Africa, and then you was migrated from Africa to a different part of the world.
And how long have you been in America?
Over 47 years.
47 years. Does the Americans, do they see you as one of them? I'm talking about the black Americans.
No.
Why?
Because they consider me an immigrant, a foreigner.
So even the black people in America, they don't see you as a black person who's connected to them by race?
No, it's not nice to generalize, but for the most part, yes, they don't consider us black American. They consider us foreigners.
Do you consider yourself as an African?
Consider myself as a Jamaican.
Jamaican?
Yeah.
Do you feel connected to Africa?
Yes, because that's where you originated from.
Do you know which part of Africans the Jamaicans came from?
Not really, no.
Okay, Jamaicans came from predominantly Nigeria and Ghana. Have you heard that before?
Yes, I heard that.
I was born here, so I'm an African American.
Okay. So if you didn't go to Howard University...
Oh no, I felt that way my whole life.
Why?
Just because of my heritage. My last name is Gumby.
Gombe.
Gumby.
That sounds African.
It is. Comes from a derivative of, I believe, an African drum called the goombay. First slave that was brought here from my family was in the plantation of Virginia. Our name has stuck throughout history.
You could be either Nigerian or Ghanaian.
I believe my family is from West Africa.
Yes. Can you name 5 countries in Africa?
5 countries
in Africa.
Ghana.
1.
Zimbabwe.
2. Do you know the most popular country in the world that has the highest concentration of black people? I'll tell you. Nigeria.
Okay.
Population. You didn't mention Nigeria before?
No, I did not.
Population 220 million. People that look like me and you.
Okay.
Right? Do you consider yourself someone of African descent? Yes or no? Why do you consider yourself an African descent?
African American, that's all I know my whole life.
Name 5 countries in Africa.
Nigeria.
Thank you. You see? Nigeria and what?
Where's your uncle from? Ghana.
Ghana, Nigeria, Ghana, 220 million Nigerians, largest black nation on earth. Have you ever met anyone from Nigeria before?
No, you know what? Anthony Johnson is from Nigeria.
Yes, Anthony Joshua is from Nigeria. That's right.
Yeah.
And have you met him in person?
Nah, I just seen him fight, man.
What do you know about Nigeria?
Nothing at all besides about Anthony Johnson fighting over there, bro. That's all I know.
So the only reason you know Nigeria is because of Anthony Joshua.
For sure.
Okay. So why do you think that a lot of African Americans, they don't know a lot about their history?
Well, you know how they teach us in school, man. That's not how they teach us, man. It's sad. That's just the truth, man. And then you got the divide between African Americans and Africans. It's dividing our country, man. We don't stick together enough.
Why do you think we don't stick together?
I couldn't tell you that, bro. That's a lot of questions for a lot of things, man. And I don't have the answers. It's not right, though.
Do you believe that our stories have not been told by us for too long?
Yes.
Do you believe that the strength of the oppressors is the ignorance of the oppressed? Divide them, make one group look more better than the other to keep them down. That's basically what we're talking about.
The U.S. is definitely like that, for sure. Also, we do it to ourselves, too, in our communities.
1976?
Yeah.
And was I in America or outside America?
Close to here.
Can you name 5 countries in Africa?
Oh, South Africa, Libya, Ivory Coast, Guyana, some brother of Congo.
Congo.
Yeah.
That's 5, yeah. So have you met, apart from the ones that you went to school with, have you met a lot of Africans?
Not a lot, no.
Not a lot. So would you say a lot of Americans know a lot about the outside world?
I'm a Canadian.
You're Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Americans don't know much about Canada, and we're right next door. So no.
Do you see yourself as someone of African descent? Why do you see yourself as someone of African descent?
Because my ancestors were brought here from the African continent. We don't originate from here.
Can you name 5 African countries?
Nigeria, Senegal,
Yeah.
Cameroon,
Yeah.
Morocco.
Yeah, that's in Africa. So do you think that you and the people in Africa have anything in common?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, I feel that we have lost a lot as Americans. We lost a lot of we lost all of our traditions, our history, African culture.
Yeah.
Because we Americans know very little
Yeah.
about it. So outside of our ancestry,
Egypt, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, and Zimbabwe.
Very smart. What about you, ma'am? Tanzania.
Yeah.
Ghana?
We
Mo-
said Ghana.
Morocco?
Morocco. I'm sorry, I'll do that.
Okay. Do you see yourself as someone of African descent? And why do you see yourself if you do?
I do because I know that's where my ancestry ties lie.
Have you met people from any African country before?
Yes.
Which ones?
Liberia.
Are you aware that the United States created Liberia
I am.
to return all black Americans to Liberia before the war?
Yes.
That was the plan.
Yes.
So maybe by now you would have been in Liberia
Yeah, but they decided to keep it.
because of the war. What is your impression? Do you think you are connected to people from Africa?
Bloodline, yes. Culturally, I don't think so.
5 countries in Africa.
Lesotho, Egypt, Kenya, Somalia, South Africa.
So have you been to Africa before?
Yes, to Kenya.
Kenya. What was the experience like?
Very good.
Very good. Do you know anything?
My garments from there.
You go? Okay. Do you know anything about Nigeria?
I don't know anything about it. I've never traveled to there. I've traveled to Egypt and to Kenya. That's all.
Have you ever
And
met?
Mauritius.
Okay. Have you ever met anyone? Oh, you've traveled a lot, though. Have you ever met anyone from Nigeria before? Okay. It's very, very common in the US for you to come across a lot of people who are of African descent who cannot name one country in Africa. Don't blame them because education system in America is designed like that. As you heard from the Canadian in that video, despite the fact that Canada is Americans' next door neighbor, Americans know very little about Canada And why should you expect them to know anything about Africa, which is more than 10,000 miles away from the United States? Some have argued that Americans do not need to know anything about the outside world because the country has everything and has the largest economy in the world. Some have argued that we're living at a time where the American dominance and influence is waning. We are living in a multipolar world, and therefore it is imperative for Americans to know a lot more about the outside world. Ironically, from the sample of people that we spoke to, the Congo, with a population of 108 million people, appears to be more popular than Nigeria, with a population of 220 million, which is regarded as the most popular nation in Africa, the economic powerhouse of Africa. Some have argued that the fight that Ali and George Foreman had in Rumble in the Jungle in the 70s may have contributed to why the Congo is still popular in America. Do you agree? Leave your comment in the comment section. If you see any value in this content, you can support our work, which is very expensive, by giving this a like, share so that people can learn. Remember, it costs nothing to put a smile on someone else's face.